Welcome back to Twin Snakes. Yeah, that's the subtitle of the game. So, something creepy's going on with Meryl. Let's roll right through her. Oh, now the door closed. Hey, and she's not slapping us. Strange.
Do you like me?
What the?
Do you like me? Hold me, Snake.
What's wrong?
Hurry. Please, make love to me.
Snake, I want you. Who's that?
Snake, Meryl's not herself. Don't use your weapon.
It's Psycho Mantis. He's controlling Meryl. That tune is his mind control music.
Don't use your weapon. Try to knock her out.
Okay, so there are multiple ways you can knock her out with the trank gun, the stun grenades, and you can punch her a bunch. The easiest way is to punch her a bunch because she has a gun and she constantly shoots you, and you will die.
Useless woman! Optic camouflage, huh? I hope that's not your only trick. You doubt my power. Now, I will show you why I am the most powerful practitioner of psychokinesis and telepathy in the world. No, there's no need for words, Snake. I am Psycho Mantis. That's right. This is no trick. It's true power. It's useless. I told you, I can read your every thought. You are a very methodical man. The type that always kicks his tires before he leaves. You are a highly skilled warrior, well suited to this stealth mission. You are extremely careful of traps. You are either very cautious, or you are a coward. Still don't believe me? Now I'll read more deeply into your soul. I see that you enjoy Nintendo games. So, you like adventure games? You seem to like The Legend of Zelda, don't you? You like action games? Oh, so you've played Super Smash Bros. Melee before? You have not saved very often. You are somewhat reckless. I can read you like an open book. You still don't believe me? I will show you my psychokinetic power. put your controller on the floor. Put it down as flat as you can. That's good. Now, I will move your controller by the power of my will alone. What do you think now? Can you feel my power? The demonstration is over.
Finally, we're fighting Psycho Mantis, and so, yeah. Shit like that happens throughout the entire fight. This is actually why I ended up getting the first game, because I learned of this fight. And I said, okay, that sounds like a good fight. Time to get the game.
That's Psycho Mantis, former KGB psychic. He has powerful psychokinetic and telepathic abilities. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, he came to America looking for a job. He worked with the FBI on several cases as a psychic profiler. 5 years ago, he was working on the case of a multiple serial murderer. He got too far into the killer's mind. As a result, he became just like the killer.
So he was sort of infected by this serial murderer's thoughts?
In any case, after that he became sort of a psychic spy working for the highest bidder. He traveled all around the world. That's when he was recruited by Foxhound. He can read people's minds. He knows every move that you're going to make.
What should I do? I've got no chance of beating him.
There must be some way.
He's a master at controlling people, Snake. Don't let him manipulate you.
So, at this point, probably a lot of people know the trick to this fight. And that is, you gotta put the controller in a different controller port, and then he can't read your mind. And then you can shoot him. Now, since Twin Snakes has first-person mode, this fight is really easy. Because the way to dodge all these attacks where he causes things to fly around in the air is to lie down. But in the original game, you would have to pop up and then lie back down. But in this game, you can just stay down and go in first person. To make up for that, since you have to go in first person, his whole, oh, now you're seeing through his eyes thing pops up. Not only faster, but also you have to do first person to do this trick, so whatever. Basically, you just go for the quickest shot you can. Really, it's not that hard of a fight in this game. And since the GameCube has 4 controller ports, eventually he'll figure out the second controller port, and then you gotta move it to like the 3rd or 4th. And then you just sort of repeat. Just keep moving it up and down, if the fight even lasts that long. Which it usually doesn't, so whatever. I mean, it shouldn't. If you can't figure it out, then usually Campbell, you can call Campbell and he'll tell you. And then if you still can't figure it out, he won't tell you, he'll drop a hint. And then if you still can't figure it out, then he'll call you up and say, oh, you can shoot those busts, and then he loses control. But you can only shoot up those busts after he tells you. Another way to get rid of the furniture is to shoot it. Yeah, and he just complains about not being able to read you the entire time. So whatever.
Why couldn't I read your mind?
Oh, we have to knock out Meryl again. This time I want to use the gun. Oh god! Look how much health she takes off each time. It makes it almost impossible to actually hit her. And, yep, I lost 3 rations to her trying to do it with the gun. That's ridiculous.
You are powerful indeed, but I know your weak point. Meryl, stand right where he can see you and blow your brains out.
Stop! Meryl!
Luckily this time you can just pop her in the head with no, defense.
No, it cannot be. No.
So, yeah, that's basically how the fight goes. Nothing tricky like that happens again. I don't think. I don't know if that'll repeat if the fight goes on for another, 5 minutes or so. I don't know. Usually at this point, the fight just sort of winds down. Where the hell is it? And after that, he usually doesn't go back to the furniture thing. Now he goes invisible, flies somewhere else, shoots a ball of energy at you, then flies somewhere else. You can cheese it by using the thermal goggles. So, if you can't see him at all, you can use the thermal goggles. It was much easier in the original game to see him, because just like the infrared laser beams, you could see his transparency. But in this one, they were able to make both of those invisible. I guess because it's just a slightly better console. I don't know. Okay. And even if you use the FAMAS, it's just easier just to shoot him. So basically, what I was going to say is that whenever you have one of those Meryl sections, you should always punch her out, except for that last one. And that's Psycho Mantis.
Colonel, your niece is going to be okay.
Thanks, Snake. I owe you one.
Now that Mantis is beaten, Meryl's brainwashing should wear off, right, Naomi?
Yes. But why did you go so far out of your way to save her? For Campbell's sake? Or maybe it's because you like her?
I don't want to see any woman die right in front of me.
Oh, really? Since when did anybody's death bother you so much?
Naomi, it's true that Snake has killed a lot of people, but that does not mean he doesn't have a heart.
It's okay, Colonel. She's right.
I wasn't able to read the future.
A strong man doesn't need to read the future. He makes his own.
Perhaps so, but I will read your future. To get to Metal Gear's underground maintenance base, you have to go through the hidden door. There's a hidden door behind the bookcase. The overland route. It's blocked by frozen glaciers. Go past the communication towers, then use the tower's walkway.
Why are you telling me this?
I can read people's minds. In my lifetime, I have read the pasts, presents, and futures of thousands upon thousands of men and women. peered into was stuffed with the same single object of obsession. That selfish and atavistic desire to pass on one's seed. It was enough to make me sick. Every living thing on this planet exists to mindlessly pass on their DNA. We're designed that way, and that is why there is war. But you are different. You're the same as us. We have no past, no future. We live in the moment. That's our only purpose. Humans weren't designed to bring each other happiness. From the moment we're thrown into this world, we're fated to bring each other nothing but pain and misery. The first person whose mind I dove into was my father's. I saw nothing but disgust and hatred for me in his heart. My mother died in childbirth, and he despised me for it. I thought my father was going to kill me. That's when my future disappeared. I lost my past as well. When I came to, the village was engulfed in flames.
Are you saying that you burned your village down to bury your past?
I see that you have suffered the same trauma. We are truly the same, you and I. The world is a more interesting place with people like you in it. I never agreed with the boss's revolution. His dreams of world conquest do not interest me. I just wanted an excuse to kill as many people as I could.
You monster.
Let him talk. He doesn't have much time left.
I've seen true evil, Snake. Seeing you calms my soul. You're like the boss. No, worse. Compared to you, I'm like a saint. I read her mind as well.
Meryl's?
I saw you there. You have a large place in her heart.
A large place.
And getting bigger. But I do not know if your futures lie together. I have a last request.
What is it?
My mask. Put it back on.
Okay.
Like this. Other people's thoughts force their way into my mind. Before I die, I want to be by myself. I want to be left alone in my own world. I'll open the door for you. If you want to find your future, go through the...
Please, Snake, don't give up.
This is the first time I've ever used my power to help someone. Strange. Such a nostalgic feeling.
Let's go, Meryl.
I'm sorry.
Meryl,
How could I let Mantis control my mind like that?
if you're going to doubt yourself, I'll leave you here.
You're right.
Don't regret your past. Learn from it. Regrets just make a person weaker.
You're right. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Snake, can I ask you something?
More complaints?
About what Mantis said. I was just wondering...
What? What's the problem now?
Oh, no. Nothing. So tell me, Snake, what's your name? Your real name?
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name.
How old are you?
Old enough to know what death looks like.
Any family?
No, but I was raised by many people.
Is there anyone you like?
I've never been interested in anyone else's life.
So you are all alone, just like Mantis said.
Other people just complicate my life. I don't like to get involved.
You're a sad, lonely man.
Come on, let's go.
And I don't even know why this is at the end of the video. Oh, that's why. I had to put the controller back in. I guess that means I had to talk over this bit. Well, anyway, we just have Mei Ling left, so see you next time.
The tongues of dying men enforce attention like deep harmony. Snake, people don't normally lie with their dying breaths. I think he was telling the truth. Maybe you should believe him.